Hello, everybody. I just wanted to get on here because I know I said that I would, and finally got my kids um, relaxed and sleeping. So I wanted to get on here just to talk to you guys to get your feedback and, you know, talk about Essure and all the birth controls. I'm 28, just in case you guys haven't, because this is like my first time actually making YouTube videos. I've never done this before. So, I figured, that I share my story, talk to others, see where I can make a difference, something, a good change. Maybe God will speak through me to you ladies or bless me to get this surgery done like as soon as possible, because I do have Essure. I was implanted in February 2018. I so I'm just trying to get help for support and for the ladies, and just get some advice and give you guys advice as well. But I so when I was younger, of course, I went through a couple birth controls. I tried pills. The pills weren't for me. They, a lot of them you have to take at a specific time every day, and that just is not me. I'm not good about taking things on the right time. So, I just stopped taking the pills. And then, after I had my daughter, I got the IUD. I know it was the copper one. And I had that for a few years, but that was causing me like a lot of discharge. The guy, during sex, he could feel the strings. And I've heard some other girls as well that has happened to them as well with having the IUDs. So I just couldn't handle it anymore. I would always have to go to the hospital because I would have these bad infections and didn't understand. And then they would put me on antibiotics and send me my way. And then they just keep coming back. So then I just eventually had enough of it, and I got them taken out. Like, I couldn't handle having the IUD anymore. And then this year, I was very unsure on what to do, because you got to be careful on what you put in your body, and the choices you make as far as it goes as your health. So I was very, very unsure. But I knew this year, after I just had my son in December, and I knew I was done having kids, because I was like, I'm almost 29. I'm almost 29 years old, and I figured that's a good age to stop having no more kids. So I was looking at my options, and I researched and had considered some options, but I do breastfeed my son. So at certain points I was kind of limited. But what I want to share is that, I do regret getting this Essure. I lucky that I'm a part of the Essure problems group on Facebook. I have read so many stories, and I feel sorry for, I pray for all my sisters on them, all the ladies that are going through this with the Essure, and I just pray that no more women get implanted with Essure, because it is the biggest mistake you could do. I learned now, after having the Essure, that our bodies are not meant to have foreign objects or metal or nickel inside our body. So that explains all these hundreds of different side effects. And I know a lot of these women, single moms, married, whatsoever, when they were explained to it, I'm sure if they were to know what they, signed that paper for, and with the Essure, I'm sure they would have never signed it and agreed to have Essure, to experience this, all these different side effects that they are going through with their body, and what it's doing. I know us women would not have signed it. I did do some research on the Essure, obviously not good enough, and I was not informed with the black box when I had got the implant. I was not informed on getting that I'm supposed to get testing done to see where the Essure is implanted into your tubes. I was not informed that I had to do that. I still haven't done it. I've been trying to contact my doctor. I will continue to try to reach him and talk to him about what I'm experiencing, because I've only had this Essure since February, and I've already experienced enough issues, like I bruise a lot more easy. If I bump into something, I bruise so easily. It's brutal. And I never used to be like that. And you know what? When doctors say, oh, it's not the Essure or whatever birth control it is, it's funny, because if the woman didn't have all these type of issues until they got, implanted with the Essure or whatever birth control they had chose at that time, and then why are they experience it now? Like, common sense. And some of these doctors, I don't know if they want to admit it or not, or put two and two together. You know what I'm saying? It's just a shame that some doctors don't want to listen, and there are some that are, in which we are blessed on having some doctors that realize that it is the Essure, because like I said, every woman knows their body and knows how they are, so why wouldn't you believe them? And at times we know more than a doctor does. That's oh, sorry, there's a bug. But yeah, so bruising, pelvic pain, abdominal pain, I do get harsh cramps, I do get very bad back pain, and then sometimes I stiffen up. My whole back stiffens up to where I can barely get out of bed at times. My hair's falling out more than usual. Painful intercourse. Oh, and then the menstrual. I understand, like, because I remember my daughter, my first period after having her, and it was quite heavy, but you know, I understand that because after you have a baby, you know, and your body's still trying to regulate, you know, I understand that, you know. But this one, I'm telling you, it was not normal. I don't even know why I didn't go to the hospital. I'm the type, with the hospital, it has to be like very, I don't know, very crucial to make me go there. I don't know what the word is that I want to use, but I don't know. I'm very stubborn, hard-headed when it comes to going to the hospital. I try to see if I could tough it out, and I realize now that when it comes to your health, you can't sit there and do that. You can't tough it out because you have others that think that need you, like your children, your family, you know, yourself. God needs you to make a difference in that world. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that was a very heavy period, and it was insane. Like, for you to wake up in puddles of blood is not normal. And then I also look at a picture right before I was implanted with Essure, and I saw the difference. I wish I knew how. Let me see. I wish I knew how to share the photo. I'm not sure on how to do that, but I took a comparison, and I do notice my face is a little bit redder than usual, and it's a little puffier compared to right after I had a child. So that's just kind of crazy. And some of these ladies, it's just insane of what they experience. You know, some women getting pregnant, some women have died, and some women have teeth problems, cancer. I mean, you name it, they've gone through it, and they're still going through it. And I just hope that the FDA and Bayer, for God to whisper in their ear for a change, and that all of us ladies need to work together and be supportive with each other, and, you know, show Bayer and FDA that it's real and what is the problem, because Essure definitely did not benefit me, and it's not benefiting all these other ladies that are suffering from Essure. You know what I mean? I just hope God, you know, whispers in their ear and makes a change, and, you know, just helps us out, and you know, make it to where all of us women are covered and able to get the surgery done, because I know that it's major surgery depending on where the coils are into your tubes, and so it bases off on what your surgery that you would get. So I just hope that God, I'm just trying to speak out to others and to have everybody just hear me out, and I just want to hear your guys' opinions as well. I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that, or, you know, things like that, but I am just trying to make a positive change and, you know, let these women be heard, all of them that are going through their side effects because of the Essure, or you know, whatever birth control is. It's just crazy and insane. But us women need to be heard and taken seriously, and be considered with our health, because it's not right for us to continue to go through that. You know, we should, be cared for too. It shouldn't just be about the money, which these days there's a lot that people are willing to risk, but you gotta think about it. It's not worth, the money is never worth risking people's lives or their health or any of that. It's not right. You know what I'm saying? Us women, we are not crazy. We are not. Okay? But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. But I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys and get your blessings and pray for me and pray for all the women that are going through similar or maybe worse, and just pray that I can get this surgery as soon as possible and go through great healings without being financially hurt, for my kids' sake and myself. Us moms sacrifice a lot, and one thing that we need to really consider in bettering is our health, because if our health is not good, how are we going to be good for anyone else, including our children? So, until next time, I hope you guys have a blessed night. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I had to say. I can't really think of it. So, one other thing that I realized that keeps adding on my side effects is brain fog. I now realize that I have that. I became very forgetful lately, and hard to remember things. So I had to do some extra stuff to try to make sure I don't forget. Just like I forgot I was supposed to have a meeting today with somebody for my kid, and I forgot completely. And that is not Janine. I do not do that. I mean, I understand, we're all human and we do forget at times or whatever, but mine has gotten worse, and that is not common, and that is not right. So please, guys, I hope you hear me and you understand, and that there's some miracle or blessing that these ladies be heard, and I cannot stress it enough to get this surgery because I need this Essure out. But anyways, I could talk forever, but I am not. So you guys have a great, blessed night, and I will talk to you on my next video. God bless you.